Morning, welcome back to the channel. Got loads of good response yesterday when we did this video, so we are going to do it again and we'll keep doing it. Here's the deal though, you're going to hit subscribe and you're going to hit notifications as well, so whenever we do go live with one of these videos or we go live, there's going to be lives coming on Sundays, late night live. There's also a live today. You're going to get a notification about it. So what's going on? Well, Arsenal have now signed Eze. And there's implications for this, but Arsenal have signed Eze, absolutely jacking him off Tottenham, which is quite funny, I must admit. I do enjoy when one team thinks they're getting a player and he ends up signing somewhere else, aka Benjamin Sesko in Newcastle. I do enjoy that. There's a little bit of schadenfreude to be had when things like that happen, isn't there? But essentially, £60 million deal with £7.5 million in add-ons. Glasner's basically confirmed that's happened. Arsenal have now signed everything they needed. The so-called final piece of the jigsaw was Gyökeres. Then Arsenal fans, after saying that all they needed was a striker to be able to go and win the league, flipped it over the summer because they now realise that the pressure was on them. And like, no. Actually, what we do need is a left winger. So this summer, they've actually not just signed a left winger and a striker. They signed Kepa, Madueke, Norgard, Gyökeres, Zubimendi and Eze. Totaling £270 million spent so far. Meaning in 6 years, which by the way, 6 years to not deliver anything bar an FA Cup, and basically being able to buy £100 million worth of signings in every position. He has to deliver something now. Mikel, you see all of those squad lists, what's stopping Arsenal winning the league? That little cringeworthy bellend is what's stopping Arsenal winning the league, isn't it? Because genuinely, that team, as Arsenal fans now have to admit, has got no weaknesses, allegedly. Now, as I've said all summer, you sign Gyökeres and you get rid of Thomas Partey, you stop using Havertz. I thought Havertz was very fundamental to the way that Arsenal played their football. I think maybe he's making an attempt to go with a team that actually holds the ball and not just Arsenal fans think holds the ball and plays pretty football. By all intents and purposes, they are Sam Allardyce's Bolton. And maybe not even Sam Allardyce's Bolton. You know, just because Arteta's got a funny accent. I think Maka nailed this yesterday. People think that he's this sort of Pep regen because he spent a little bit of time at City. He spent more time with David Moyes. There's a real chance that Arteta learnt far more and was influenced far more by David Moyes than he was by Pep Guardiola. And I actually think if you look at the way that he plays football, that is abundantly clear. But for me, there can be no excuses now. None. No excuses whatsoever. Arsenal have to win the league. It is as simple as that. If they don't, how does he keep his job? How do you get to spend and spend and spend? What more do you need, right? I think managers need a couple of things. They need time. Excuse me. They need time and they need signings. Okay, he's had both of those. Yeah, he's literally had both of those. He's been more backed than any unsuccessful manager that I have ever seen in the history of the sport. Is that fair to say? I think that's fair to say, right? And he's achieved nothing. So, I think he has to deliver. It's as simple as that. What I would say is, me and Ronnie are going to be going live at 12 o'clock. With XG Files, our extra episode of XG Files. We'll be previewing all the Premier League games that are happening this weekend. So come and join us at 12 o'clock on my channel for that. But we want to record an extra video as well. Well, when we finish that, a singular topic debate. So throw in a question for us. Throw in, here's what's going on. What do you want to see us debate? Is it, do Arsenal need to win the league? Or have I just kind of covered that topic right now? Something that can go out tomorrow morning before all the games go out. So give me one Premier League topic, one Premier League debate, one question that me and Ronaldo can, spin out for a 10-minute answer, something like that. Now, as I said earlier, you guys give us a really good response yesterday for the first of these little morning walk videos that I did. So I'll keep doing them. You obviously seem to like them. There's obviously something about these early morning little news drops that nobody else is kind of covering, and it does give me an opportunity to speak about other stuff, or if there's United breaking news, I'll cover United breaking news, but if there's not, I'll cover whatever. Now, I also said, I think it was Chris Williamson, but I was wrong, it was Andrew Huberman. It was Andrew Huberman who said, a good morning text can set you up for the day. It's a nice little dopamine hit, it's a social connection, but I also know that a lot of people don't have someone to send a good morning to, so send it to me. I'll say it to you and I'll mean it. Good morning, mate. What are you doing today? It's Friday. We're going to finish the week strong. Let me know in the comments what you're doing, what you're up to today or this weekend. If you want to just say good morning, just say good morning. I'll try and reply to every single person that does. But I also want to know what your questions are for me and Ronnie. What can we debate? I need it by about 11:30 though, so don't wait all day for it. Get it me by about 11:30 and we can record that when we finish at 12. Otherwise, that's that. 12 o'clock, we've got that video coming out. A little bit later if I get it edited. Why Newcastle fans are the worst in the league if we get it edited. But if you want something to go and watch now, then I did a podcast last week, or a couple of weeks ago, with Kai Fagan. Now, Kai Fagan won Love Island, and then he went back to being a secondary school teacher. And he's got a hell of a story about it. So, if you'd like to go check that out, I'll pin a link to that in the description below. And I've done some mega podcasts with people, all got great human stories, and Kai's is a good one. So go check it out, go check out the podcast channel. Otherwise, take it easy, have a good Friday, finish the week strong, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on the walk in a bit.